Good morning, Warriors. This is Mr. Davis. Welcome to week 9. Congratulations to everybody that's been hanging with us. I know it's been different, but you guys are mostly doing a great job getting everything turned in. Keep that up. We have a really easy week. I didn't want to put too much work on you because we got to turn those books in this week. So check that message, check your email. You should have gotten something from the school saying that you have to turn in your textbooks this week. So look for that message. It's going to go by last name, so read that message and make sure you're showing up to school at the right time. If you got questions, you probably want to give the school a call. You can ask me on Remind if I know how to help you. I will. So you can ask me if you can't figure it out, but go ahead and check your email and see if you got that message. It should be there. But if you still need to access the textbook for this class, you can find it on the Hillview website on my teacher webpage. So Mr. Davis's teacher webpage, right below the assignments. So click on assignments, and right below the assignments, you'll see a link to this textbook, and you'll see a link to the interactive textbook. By the way, we're not going to use the interactive textbook this week, so don't worry about that interactive textbook. The entire lesson is coming out of the blue textbook, which you should still have at home until you return it this week. So it's been a pretty different year, but we're wrapping it up. We're almost out the door, finished strong. We got one more assignment or one more full assignment to go for this week, and it starts on page 488. We're on section 4. Also, within this message, within this video, I'll give you some information that's going to make this lesson a lot shorter for you. So listen up and watch the entire video, and if you do, you'll be glad that you did, because there's going to be a hidden message inside of this video that's going to save you a lot of time. Okay? So here we go. Let's get right into it. What causes the phases of the moon? What are solar and lunar eclipses? And what causes the tides? If you remember back to last week, we already found out what causes the phases of the moon. We talked about that, right? That location between the sun, earth, and moon, that system, the spatial relationship between them is going to determine the phases of the moon. What are solar and lunar eclipses? Same thing. We talked about that last week too. And what causes the tides? So these key things are just going to be strengthened this week, and we're going to talk more about the moon's surface, what it's made of, and its origins. So the moon's surface, features on the moon's surface include maria, craters, and highlands. And you can look on page 489. Maria is a plural of a word called mare, and that means like sea in Greek, but now it's a word in English, and it means those dark spots. So those dark flat areas on the surface of the moon are called maria. So that's going to be not Maria, it's Marea, because it comes from the Greek, and mare is the singular, and Marea is plural. So if you ever see this word and it's singular, it's going to be mare, and it's going to be pronounced mare. And usually when you see it, it'll be something like lunar mare, lunar marea, and you'll know when it's preceded by lunar that you need to pronounce it that way. The light-colored features that cover much of the moon's surface are highlands. So kind of like what we would consider hills on Earth or something, those are highlands. And you can find out all about this on page 489. And by the way, if you've ever looked at the moon through binoculars, if you have a pair of binoculars at home for some reason, check out the moon through binoculars. It looks really cool. If you have a telescope, it looks even better, but the binoculars work really well too. So the moon's size, how big is that moon? The moon is 3,476 kilometers in diameter. a little less than the distance across the contiguous United States. So contiguous meaning not including Hawaii and Alaska. So from Maine to California, from Florida to Washington, that's about the size of the moon. And remember what diameter is. Diameter is not circumference like a belt. It's not the length all the way around the moon. Diameter is that length straight through the middle. So if you were to cut the middle in half and then measure one of the halves on the inside part, that's what you'd be measuring. So keep that in mind. It's not like this picture. It's not from the outside of it. It's straight through the middle on the inside of the moon. That's the diameter. And let's move on. The origins of the moon. So I'll read a little section about where the moon came from. It says, people have long wondered how the moon formed. Scientists have suggested many possible hypotheses. For example, the moon formed elsewhere in the solar system and captured. The moon was formed elsewhere in the solar system and was captured by the Earth's gravity as it came near. Was the moon formed near Earth at the same time that the Earth was formed? Scientists found reasons to reject those ideas. The theory of the moon's origin that seems to best fit the evidence is called the collision ring theory. It is illustrated in Figure 21, and this picture that you see in the screen is Figure 21, or at least is part of it. And I'll show you the next part of Figure 21. It says about 4.5 billion years ago, when Earth was very young, the solar system was full of rocky debris. Some of this debris was the size of small planets. Scientists theorized that a planet-sized object collided with Earth to form the moon. Alright, so that's a picture of that planet-sized object colliding with Earth to form the moon. And also, if you remember, one of the models that we used in class where we were generating our solar system, if you can think back on that one, in the beginning or the formation of a solar system, there is a lot more stuff, a lot more matter going in different directions, and it's a lot more disorganized, or at least it appears to be a lot more disorganized. And material from the object and the Earth's outer layers was ejected into orbit around Earth, where it formed a ring. Gravity caused this material to combine to form the moon. So let's just go back once right here. So this ring is what got ejected from the Earth when it was collided with by a smaller yet still massive object, and that ring of matter that was ejected coalesced into one object due to gravity. Let's see. So that's it for this week. But that message I wanted to give you was, for this week, the only thing you have to do is turn in page 493 and just do every other question starting with the odd ones. So you want to do 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. You don't even have to write them. Just do those questions and write the correct answer and email it to me, and you'll be done for the week. So good job hanging with us throughout this kind of up and down year. And just contact me. You know how to do that. Contact me through Remind if you have any questions. If you're looking for things to do this summer, like some kind of summer camps, I'll keep my eyes and ears open for things that you can do. But other than that, that's all I got, guys. Have a good day.